I hate Eddie Murphy.
You don't like Eddie Murphy?
No, he's so fake.
What does that mean?
Like, he doesn't seem genuine.
How?
I don't know, something about him. I'm just like, I feel like you want to say something, but you don't.
I like Dave Chappelle. He's a funny guy.
I never watched Dave Chappelle, I never got into it.
You're whack, that's why.
Well, I was young, and I didn't understand the jokes.
How old is young?
I was like in middle school.
That's old enough. And that's where everybody was watching shit they weren't supposed to watch.
No, but it's not like I wasn't savvy as far as other like ethnicities or my own.
Define savvy. What do you mean by ethnicities?
Like, I would not get like a Mexican joke or a black joke. Like, to me, it's just like I don't get the joke.
The fuck you mean Mexican or black?
Like, jokes that are specific. Like if a guy comes in with a sombrero all drunk doing Mexican things at a party, like taking his nephew and putting him in a headlock and talking to him about his dad who's not in his life, I wouldn't get that. I'd be like, is that like a normal thing?
Oh.
Or like the fuck your, like bleep your couch.
Fuck your couch, nigga.
I'm just like, I don't get it. He's breaking his property.
That's just funny.
I didn't get it. Or where he had like the chapped lips, like he was addicted to crack. I didn't get that. I'm like, why does he have chapped lips?
Because he's a crackhead.
I didn't know what that was. That's what I'm saying. All these jokes went over my head because I didn't get any of the references.
Man, you're too sheltered. That's why.
I was pretty sheltered, even though I had like black friends. I didn't get the joke, or like Russian friends, any type of friends. To me, people were just people. So if it wasn't like a pretty like normal joke, I would not get it. I would be like, I'm confused. Is that like a thing?
Yeah, you're vanilla as fuck.
Yeah, until like I would say like 7th grade is where I started picking up on things.
What do you mean by things? Pick up what?
Like pick up on like jokes or what things were.
Such as?
Like it was this dumb thing a couple of my friends used to do, where he acted like a sperm. He would put his hands together and just go like that. If I didn't know what a sperm was, I would be like, you look dumb, but he just
yeah, there was
that. Oh yeah, there was that hand thing, and you put one guy goes like this and one guy's like this, and they open their hand, and Again, that was the thing. If it wasn't for being in that classroom, I wouldn't get it.
You like do some shit, and this is like supposed to come.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, but just things like that I would have not got a year before, but because I was in that class, I was like picking up on everything. Like they would explain to me. But I wouldn't ask up front, like, what does that mean? I would just more, like, let other people ask or just maybe tilt them in a direction where they would explain it.
Like, indirectly.
Yeah, I would not be like, yo, what is that? What is cum?
What is cum?
Or stuff like that. I would indirectly, like, ask them.
Yeah, but then you get the kids like, you don't know what cum is?
Well, that's why I don't ask it. Because I've seen that. I've seen people ask things like, yo, you don't know what that is? I'm about to sock you. Man, I'm just remembering a whole bunch of stuff from that year.
What do you mean?
Of that school.
What's
or like my middle school.
What about
junior high school. I remember there was one time I got out of school a little bit late because it was some kid I knew. Well, we were all in the same class, but it was a big kid. Like, even now, like me, he still would be taller than me. He was one of those kids that was gigantic. He was a very tall kid. Okay. But I know he pushed another kid, one of my friends, and he messed up his knee, like his shin. It got swollen, but because I was there, I had to basically explain what I saw. Like, I just saw him fall. I didn't want to be a snitch. So it's just like, I just saw him fall. I'm like, yo, that's all I know. But I remember I got out late. I still feel bad to this day because of this. I remember I was going down the stairs, and this Middle Eastern kid, he had the thing on his head, the little turban, but it was like the little ball one.
Oh yeah, I know.
So I saw this short fat kid and this other kid like bullying him. Oh. And they snatched it from up his head, and like I didn't know he had long, like they had long
Yeah,
hair.
they have long hair.
So, but before they did that, they were here facing the doors, and I walked past, and I looked, and he looked at me. We both made eye contact, and he had the saddest face. And it felt like I looked at him for like a couple seconds, but it passed by quick. And I looked at him, and I opened the door, and I just left.
You're fucked.
And I just looked straight forward. I'm like, man, I wonder what happened to that kid.
Oh, he got his ass beat.
I heard him cry.
Yeah. Was it the long like yeah, or is it?
I heard him like
that's the worst.
He said
one.
Stop in a crying voice.
Oh.
But again, I was walking forward. I'm like, I'm not gonna look back. And yeah, this was after school, so like it's not like there was.
Oh, that's
people
worse.
Around.
That's worse because like you just finished.
I guess
school.
They caught him after class.
It was a long day. You know the inevitable was gonna happen. We're like, we're gonna get you.
He was, and the thing is, he was taller than both of them, but you know he probably was.
Were those kids Spanish?
I knew one of them because he was friends with a friend I had. He was a short Colombian kid, fat, and the other kid was just an average kid. But yeah, he's like the guy was like a really kind of tall and scrawny kid. You could tell he was like a nice, like he wouldn't bother anyone.
Like he's quiet, like he kept himself.
Yeah.
But see, those are the easiest targets.
Yeah.
That's fun. See, like in middle school, like that's where you're either like the complete like shithead kid who fucks with everybody, or you're the class clown, or you're that kid getting bullied to like the hardest extent.
Yeah, lucky for me, I was in the second worst class, I guess. Like, cause there was.
Oh, yeah, back then it was cool to be like along in the back.
Well, I was in the second worst one because I just got into that school, so they had to fit me in any class. Because then after that year, I went to 8th grade, and they put in me the before honors class.
Did your school have one of those like academy system things?
Yeah.
Was it like Cornell, Yale, Stanford? Or...
No, it was like math and business. That's the department I was in. So I was first of all.
Oh, okay. So you didn't have one of those.
Yeah, no, it was like math and business. I know there was one for like kids who knew like who were not English savvy.
ESL.
Yeah, like ESL.
Yeah, ESL.
There was a floor for that. There was like a science and tech stuff like that. That's how you were divided. But yeah, I'm sure that kid was fine. Because even though like. In my class, because I was in that class, there wasn't a lot of people being bullied. It was more like we were cool with a lot of people. Because, again, it's like that thing, oh, you guys are in a bad class. You guys must be cool.
You guys are cool. If I hate you, I'm cool too.
Basically. And I basically just got by.
But what was the bullying ratio in that school?
I mean, yeah, you saw it, but it never got... I never saw it get bad. Like, I never saw... Like that thing that I just told you was probably like a pretty bad one. But I never saw like someone getting beat up.
Okay. Was there ever like no? Were you a freshman? Did you go into that school?
No, I went 7th and 8th grade.
Okay, so there was no freshman Friday for you.
No.
Or the ever so present initiation day that happens on Halloween.
That did happen in my school. They did do that.
Oh,
but it was more like they had freshman Friday in my school. But it was more like
I know. I'm
like,
saying,
let's just walk around in a group. And act tough, but no one actually like picked on anyone.
Oh, no one actually did that. That happened
at least the people I have.
That happened a lot in my school. So, like, my sister went to an old school, so I was going to that school because it was my zone school. So I went to that one. So she told me, like, watch out for Friday. I'm like, what happens Friday? You get your ass beat if you're not smart. So then, I only knew some people from like elementary school going into that school, and yeah, and like I knew some kids that were talking like. I guess it was orientation that they were gonna, stay in groups so they stay safe. Those niggas got beat. So I heard someone, I think it was like my first day, it was that first week. I was getting used to my classes, and there was lunch, and there were some people who was like, "Oh, you heard about what's gonna happen tomorrow?" Because it was like Thursday. He's like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna beat up again." And some kids were like, "Oh, that's not true. It's just what they do to scare the freshmen, or scare the new kids."
That's what I always think.
And then some like senior kid, or like some super senior, some kid that looked like an 18-year-old was like. They looked at him and was like, they didn't joke. And walked away. And they looked fucking scared out of their mind. But yeah, they did like beat up like a couple kids in the stairway, like in the hallway. And then they got like some kids got beat up in the like getting out of school.
Yeah, my school was not like that. Like my school was just a bunch of like kind of jerks. But no, my school was not like that. Like you know the school near my house?
Yeah, I know.
That one, yeah, like there's just a bunch of like kids who are semi rude, but no one like
Got physical.
yeah got physical like that. To be honest, I saw one fight with the two people in my classroom, but it wasn't really a fight. It was like one of the kids just grabbed onto the other kid.
That's it. Was it just like the old tug and pull of like,
Yeah, I
like
guess
you're
he didn't
grabbing
want to
each other by the
fight.
collar?
I guess he didn't want to fight, but yeah, it was just like he got him in a headlock, and the other guy was trying to punch him. But it was just for like a minute or two, and then everyone was just like, "Okay, stop," and then they just shook hands, and that's it. That's pretty much it. But in that school, I'd never actually seen like a real,
like an actual like fight going down.
nah, I don't think so. Again, it was just like picking on someone, stuff like that, but not physical.
Okay, then yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, my school was really nice.
Did you ever get the like when there was a substitute teacher, like the all like kids in the class like fucking act up like crazy to the point where the substitute is like,
yeah,
and they're just like,
yeah, I had like a couple substitutes, but it was when it's always like a older white lady. People act especially rude until she breaks down, and everyone's just like chew.
Yeah, that would happen a lot in my old school. Or like to the point where like the lady would just stop trying, and just she would constantly threaten to call the office, and people would be like, "Do it."
Yeah, no one said anything like
and
that.
then I think at one point they made some lady cry in my old middle school, and actually I was like, "Ooh, you might have gone too far."
Yeah, I got a lady cry in my classroom.
That's pretty bad. Or they would take advantage of just like an elderly lady because she was so nice.
Or just like our teacher lets us do this. He's like, "Are you guys sure?"
Yeah, you lied.
Just like, yeah.
Or my favorite was one like, "Oh, we were supposed to watch a movie today because we were supposed to get a break.
Oh,
we just had a big test, so we're gonna celebrate."
Or she asked like, "Oh, you guys do homework? Did homework?" He's like, "Oh no, we didn't have any homework for today." He's like, "Are you sure?" Because he wrote me a letter. He's like, "No, you forgot." Or everyone agrees, just don't give her anything.
Yeah, basically. Or we get like, we get a 5-minute break every other 5 minutes.
Kids are just assholes.
Kids can be like really big assholes. I remember one point, there was some like science
teacher.
Were
a big asshole.
Me?
Yeah,
a little bit. I was a pretty big shithead, but not to the point where like I was like the other.
I honestly just got by.
You never
No, I never actually picked on anyone. Maybe I would throw the occasional insult just so people like. Imagine there's like a meter, and after like every once in a while, I can't go under that bar. So every once in a while, when I'm running low and people are starting to like look at me and be like, "This kid is awfully nice. He didn't pick on anybody." I'll like pick on someone real weak.
You a pussy.
And then they're like, "Okay." Like NPCs, they're like you hide behind like one little box, and they're like, I guess they didn't see anything.
There's like a level of alertness. You gotta like do something bad to just like keep that down.
Yeah, but I never.
My school was kind of like that, yeah. Where like if you did this, if you got suspended or if you got like escorted out of the class or whatever the fuck, like you were the biggest dick OG and like every girl was like swooning for you. Yeah. Like, ooh, he bad. He went to the principal's office.
Or if he had Jordans on. I remember one time there was this girl in my class. She got mailed a pair of Jordans.
Mailed?
Yeah.
What do you mean mailed?
Like she asked wherever she bought it from to mail it to the school.
What the fuck?
So yeah, I guess
that's the most ghetto thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, and because someone knocked and was like, "Oh, is there this person?" and she got the box, and yeah, I remember how they looked too. They were like some black and yellow Jordans.
Oh, those are really in. Black and yellow is really back in.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Heelys.
So she literally got the box and changed her shoes right then and there.
Wasn't there like Camaros too? I remember those being really, really popular. Camaros.
The car?
No. There was like a type of shoe named like Camaro or so after like a basketball player with like a C. They were like white with like a colored like rim around the shoe, like be like red, white, or whatever the fuck.
Mellow.
I think
he's a basketball player.
I think so.
I don't know he had a shoe.
Dude, I'm not shoe savvy.
I don't know he had a shoe.
Yeah, some and there was like some embroiderment. The shoes are actually pretty cool, but there were some. I don't know who if like you could put like a wheel in by the heel.
Heelys?
No. This is before Heelys. This is prior Heely tech. But when you had Heelys, you were literally the biggest dick, and if you didn't have them, you were poor as fuck.
Really? My school didn't. They didn't really care about Heelys.
Heelys were a big thing, really big thing.
Depending on who you try to show to your Heelys to, I would be like, "Oh, that's cool," or like, "You're a loser. Give me them."
To the point. To the point where kids would got raw for the Heelys, or they would straight up like. One of my favorites was where like, we don't even want your shoe. Give me your wheels, bro. And people literally got their wheels like taken out simply just to fuck with other kids. Or like where if they caught you in the hallway doing that, they would either take your shoes. You'd have to walk to your next class shoeless.
I'd just take the wheel.
This is just to embarrass you, so you won't do it again. Or you take the wheel and you won't get it until the end of the day.
Yeah, Wheelers not that big in my school.
Heelys were like the biggest shit. Then they were you would get your ass cut if you were like if you would wear the Airwalk knockoff versions. You would get the shit made fun out of you, and it'd be like really mean shit of like you mad poor. Look at these fucking zapatos you got from fucking VIM or some shit like that. Like your parents get them working.
Yo, there's still a VIM here. There's the one in where you live. Well, not that far.
That should be fucked up. And they'd always pick on the Mexicans too. Like, I'd be like, you guys are mad mean. The fuck. To the point where they made this one girl cry. And I'm like, you guys are mean.
In my school, actually no guys ever really picked on girls.
No, this is everybody. Everybody got their ass cut. I'm trying to think what else was like a popular thing back in the day. Oh, portable devices. Like that's when like the PSP was booming.
Yeah, I remember.
I remember that shit. PSP.
It was in 8th grade. Yeah, it was like my last year there, where even like the cool kids had their PSP, and they were all playing that Naruto game or GTA.
Yeah, it was GTA. It was Vice City.
It was the one with Bigfoot in it. I know that because people were trying to look for Bigfoot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Vice City.
But I remember people were playing the Naruto game, and in my head I'm like, isn't that like a nerd thing? But like they were just like, no. Well, I would ask them like, you guys like Naruto? I was like, I kind of like it.
Some people were really into it.
Yeah.
And that's when that whole thing where like, I remember kids running to the hall, or like during a recess, they'd be like,
okay, no one in my school ever did that. They just liked the game.
Nah, there were some kids that were like that, and there'd be like some kids that would legit practice the hand sign, the jutsu thing.
No one in my school was
I remember doing that.
I think everyone was sort of in the same like level of like weirdness. Or like yes, oh yeah, there was one table in lunchtime that actually played Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh was a really big thing in my class.
Oh yeah, they did get picked on. I remember now.
What happened?
Yeah, like some of the like sometimes people would just decide like I'm just gonna go fuck with them, and they would just get up and like, yo, let me see your cards, and just look at their cards and maybe slide one or something.
Slide one to that. Yeah, I remember that being a thing. I remember like if you weren't playing Yu-Gi-Oh, the fuck wrong with you, B? I remember like if you didn't have Yu-Gi-Oh, you weren't shit in my school. I remember like that being the key.
What's wrong with your school?
It was fucking weird. Where like it'd be like kids who like would like
sounds super bipolar.
Who were ghetto as fuck, but they played Yu-Gi-Oh, and they know what to be doing, and they would like it'd be like we play money matches. This is a $20 game. We playing this shit. Or it'd be like, we're playing for keeps, so you play for cards, and if you didn't like, if you don't want to give up a card because you're being a little bitch, they'd beat your ass up and then take your cards. Or my favorite would be like, yo, let me see your cards real quick. You're like, all right. Oh, we got Obelisk. All right, fucks with that. Ooh, Dark Magician. Got Blockbuster Ritual.
Yeah, you actually know that.
I be. We got some black holes. All right. I'm gonna take your shit. And be like, what do you mean? This my deck now. I like your deck. It's mine now. And if you try to fight them, bah.
Technically, dudes are pretty big.
And then to the point where like they straight up banned Yu-Gi-Oh cards in my school because it became a really big problem.
What was that game with those little
cookies?
Cookies, yeah, that was
cookies were a big
too.
Yeah, I remember like it was like 99 shops, like or like anywhere where you get like fucking like a hobby store. They would get the little cases. You can customize them, like non-shiny, shiny. You can like put like little decal. I remember that being a big thing, and all this other fucking.
Yeah, and I know sisters always do that, and they buy a bunch of them, and then like
Because
after
that
the
shit
fad is
sold.
over, they have like a bunch of them.
That
like,
was
like,
the longest fad until like I think a good 4 or 5 years. It was a long fad.
The spinners, the fidget spinners. Like I know
That's a
they're
dead meme
trying.
now.
Yeah, but there are people who still sell them because they bought too many of them, and now they're just like, what am I gonna do with these now? No kid wants them. Only like the young kids who saw like older kids growing up, and then now that they're old enough, they could buy
I
them.
mean, growing up, that was like a fad for like a couple months.
I see kids still thinking like it's kind of cool, like very young kids.
It was a stress reliever and all this other gay shit.
I mean, that's what it is.
That no one I see ever uses a fucking fidget spinner.
Well, it's for fidgeting.
For the autistic kids.
The people like how
What's the newest fad today nowadays? What were some big fads aside from that? I think there was Coogies, there was Yu-Gi-Oh.
Handball was sort of really popular for a while.
Handball was a big popular thing.
In my school, Tactic Dudes were kind of popular.
Tactic Dudes?
Yeah.
Like the figurine or the skateboard itself?
More the skateboard. The figurines are just like kind of cool, but people,
I remember buying some.
The skateboards are like pretty big. But that's on like what's that skateboarding company? People were really into it. It has a little skeleton.
Oh,
bullet.
He's a little Grim Reaper guy. Yeah, I remember that guy. That skateboarding company is actually trash. Damn.
Yeah, I know. I never seen people actually like use their products.
It's like, you know what else was like sort of a fad? DC.
Oh yeah, DC.
Robert Dyrdek's fucking his shoes and his clothing. That in like Zoo York.
Oh yeah. Zoo York.
There was another one. What was the other one? Zoo York, DC. I think there was like one more. Fuck was it?
I'm trying to think of what David used to wear.
Echo.
Oh yeah, Echo.
Echo was.
Oh yeah, you were the Echo guy.
Echo Lord. Echo was cool back then.
No, it wasn't.
Cool.
I never found it cool.
Graffiti was a big thing.
Oh yeah.
And like if you had like a tag name, you were cool.
Yeah.
Everyone had their like.
I remember freshman year of high school, everyone had the little black sketchbook, and you would go around asking people for their tags.
I never did that.
No, I know you never did that. I never did that either, but that was like a big thing. I remember.
Because you said you, I'm like, wait, I never did shit.
No. In freshman year of high school. I mean, we're still there throughout the year. Yeah. Yes. At least the people I was with, a lot of people were doing that. Like, oh, you got a tag, and then they would take a little black sketchbook that they bought. That's what they did.
I mean, that's
many people had fucking Casper.
Casper, Spooky, you know.
It wasn't like even the Mexican kids. It was just like Casper, and like bubble letters and shit like that.
I remember some kid being called Casper in school.
Yeah, that was freshman year was a really big thing for like graffiti.
They cut ass on him though. Some Dominican kid, and there's like, oh, do you call yourself Casper because you're like fucking bald as fuck? You're gonna die from diabetes. Because he was a pretty big kid. And then they're like... My favorite was not really a fad, but like a thing that kids did was like the fresh cut.
Oh yeah, I used to do that shit.
You got that fresh cut.
We still do that.
But this is back then you wouldn't even say it. They notice your, the faded hair, but like, and they get you right behind the neck. Bah! Fresh cut. Yeah.
You know what? A little fad that people did, but I absolutely hated it because it hurt. It was when they take a piece of paper, make it into like the
football.
Yeah, and they have the string.
That shit fucking hurts like a bitch.
That shit
hurts like a bitch.
One of the kids in my class, it was 7th grade. Man, there was so many things I did in 7th grade, but he hit me right here
in the calf.
Yeah, and I felt the whole shock hit my body, but I didn't want to like say anything, so I just
let it go.
It was just like, oh, all right.
You ever do the thing where like they would twist like bottle caps and let it explode?
Yeah.
So something like that happened in in elementary school. I think it was like in 5th grade, where like everyone was doing that, And I remember like it was like an Aquafina bottle, and they kept twisting it and twisting and twisting it until it exploded. And one of my friends was like sitting across from like one of the lunch tables or something, doing something, and like it grazed his head, and like it was like it cut into his like it cut his scalp basically, and everyone was like, "Yo, he's bleeding," and he's just like, he's like freaking out because it was like, I think it was like, I don't know, it was like. Oh, yeah, like the size of my like a wrist, like where your wrist is, like it was pretty big because like it scraped the whole thing and he was bleeding. So then they escorted him to the nurse, and the kid that was like who did it was like freaking out. It's like, oh man, I don't want to get suspended.
You just throw the bottle away.
Yeah, he tried throwing the bottle, thinking it was like, oh, they didn't say I do it, but they quickly ran him out and he got suspended. But then my friend got like I think like stitches on his head, and then you couldn't do that anymore.
I remember when you used to do that and the smoke used to come out, people were like, they can get a school and suck it in.
I'm smoking.
In high school, remember that was the thing where people used to buy cigarettes from people? Like it became
Lucy's?
Yeah, but you know, in front of the school, there was that little high school.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There was a little supermarket, and the Indian guy kept selling cigarettes to people who were older than 18. And, they would sell
18. Yeah, you give them $1, you buy a Lucy.
I remember that was a big deal because they even went to that guy and were just like, don't sell them anymore. And I remember that was when they used to, when they started really enforcing the police on the corner.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. They took a fucking corner for a bit, too. Remember that? Jonathan was pissed.
Yeah, that's why they started doing that because
and we had to find a new spot.
People were selling candy, chips out of their bags.
Yeah. I mean, everyone kind of did. That was a side hustle.
But yeah, people were buying the cigarettes, selling them.
They bought Lucy's. They would never buy packs. They'd always buy Lucy's, and if not, if you were like big time bougie, you would buy what's the fucking thing? It was brown and it had like a little like filter to it.
Oh, Black Miles?
Blackie Miles, yeah. I remember when I was like smoking, I liked them because of the taste, but then like I think someone told me like that's worse for you than a fucking cigarette because it's like twice the nicotine or some shit.
But yeah, school was kind of there was that. I remember we talked about it. There was that guy who used to sell drugs. The guy used to walk around the lunchroom, the pervert.
There's a lot of perverts.
But that one guy, remember where we used to sit next to? Well, you weren't supposed to be in the lunchroom, but you were there with us.
Oh yeah, cutting into class.
Yeah.
You ever did any of that cut class when you were younger or anything?
Yeah, I did it in middle school and I got caught.
You got caught?
Yeah.
What do you mean you got caught? What were you trying to do exactly? You cut school or you cut into like lunch?
It was. I remember I think it was like recess. It was lunchtime, but we were allowed in the area. You know how there's gates all around?
Uh-huh.
I think they fixed it now, but back then, it was they used to put this real cheap gate around, but there was one part.
Was it like one of the fencing gates?
Yeah, the fencing thing. But it was so cheap, people would just pull it up and sneak in and out. At least in the summertime. You weren't supposed to be in there, but people would. It would be so open and not a big deal that people grown-ups would go inside and just run around the thing, at night.
Oh, okay.
As exercise.
Yeah,
they didn't want to go to the park for some reason. But I remember me and two other people, they wanted to go to 7-Eleven, which is right across the street.
Uh-huh.
And we did it. And we crossed the street, bought some Slurpees. I didn't even get to buy any Slurpees because I forgot what was the reason. I don't think I had any money or something like that. And I just went back empty-handed with them, and one of the guys saw us. And
was it a teacher or a
it was one of the guys who's in the recess place, just to oversee. If anyone gets hurt, but he saw us do it, and
you probably waited until you guys got back.
Well, he's like, obviously I'm gonna see you guys because we wear uniform.
Yeah,
but you guys gotta wait to cross the street.
Yeah,
it's not like you guys are you guys.
How are they gonna get rid of the Slurpees anyway?
They don't really. Well, if you had the Slurpees, it didn't matter because there's so many kids that you could just find a spot.
Throw it away. Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, they had to call my mom, and I explained to her because the guy's white who was there, so he was just here the phone, and I had to speak in Spanish, and I just told her like,
oh,
I'm calling you because
you could have lied.
I could have and I should have, but I was just like, oh no, it's because I went to get something to drink, but I didn't know I wasn't supposed to. That's it.
Oh, that's a bad.
She wasn't really mad. I know I got what was that thing called?
Chingaron?
I don't know. In school, you get
suspended.
No, you know what? No, they wouldn't suspend for that. Man, I forgot what the certain thing.
Oh, they would send you to the what was it called? Like in my school, it was called the ice box or some shit like that. Like they would send you to like detention or some shit. Like that. But there was a specific name for it.
Yeah, it was like a detention thing where you would sit down and
do nothing.
Yeah, I just
2 hours or some shit or an hour.
Yeah, I think I had to go there for maybe I think once or twice for like an hour or two. But the lady gave me trouble because on the desk I was sitting on, someone like drew on it, but supposedly I did it, and I was like, because she saw me like just do this, and I told her like, oh yeah, I made a couple lines, but I licked my thumb and I swiped it off. The other stuff I didn't do it. And she was like, oh no, it was you. Like she swore it was me, because those desks are specifically clean. Like they always clean those desks.
Clean them, yeah.
So she's like, yeah, there's no way it could have been me. I don't know. She got my mom in.
Oh, was like what this was your mom said?
No, she was just there, and I was like, I'm not lying. And I would look at her, I'm like, if I did it, I would have told you. Like it was like a drawing, and I'm like, I like to draw, but I wouldn't draw on the desk. And if I did, like, it wasn't such a big deal for me to lie, because I could have went back in, took my thumb, erased it, and been like, there, it's clean. It wasn't a marker, it was like a pencil. But the lady was just like, my mom was
dead set into like, that was you.
And
there was always those like fucking I can't say that word. She was one of those like just asshole teachers.
She wasn't even like, I've seen her. She was one of those like,
or faculty members.
She was just one of those faculty members that were notorious for like yelling and being mad.
He was like that one dean in our school.
Yeah, but he was alright.
He was cool, but he was just he just gets so fucking mad. Fucking turned red.
She was like that. She was like a white lady who would turn red.
It's always some white lady.
But like nothing ever happened, because again, it was like a small thing. It's like, oh, I'm just letting you know, like your son did that. And my mom was like, okay. Oh, and then when we got home, I was like, I didn't do it. She was like, okay, that's pretty much it.
Shit, I was just about to say something. Oh, did your school ever go through that really weird phase of where kids would just draw like dicks on like desks or something?
There wasn't a phase. Like if I saw it again, I wasn't a thing I was looking for. The only time I really noticed it was in high school with like Jonathan and the other kid. I forgot his name. With the lip.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember his full name?
Yeah. I remember because fucking Ed would say it all the time. He would say Rivers. I'm like, what are you saying Rivers? Rios. I'm like, oh yeah. And because of the lip.
Yeah, I remember him because of the lip, but I didn't remember his name. Oh yeah, and the girl he dated, even though he gave people a lot of shit, but he dated her.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's not fine. But again, I wasn't like that type to say anything, so I was just quiet. But every time I heard them talk shit, I'm like, if I was that guy, I would have roasted you by now, because you should be the last person to talk. But you're funny, so
I'm gonna stay quiet because you're funny. Rivers was fine, but yeah, he'd cut ass on everybody.
It was fine, but I'm just like, man, it's so weird. You cut ass on everybody, but you have like the weirdest girl. She literally wears her sweaters backwards.
Like a straight jacket, yeah.
It looks like a straight jacket.
I remember I was talking to someone, and I forgot who it was specifically.
And it's not like that was a thing. She was like one of the only girls to do it.
She was just fucking weird like that. She wore her like backpack too, like that too. And she was just like, we were talking about it. It's like, who are you waiting for? It's like, I'm waiting for like It's like, is he bringing his fucking lunatic girlfriend? I'm like, what? Yeah, you don't see she's fucking wearing a straight jacket? I'm like, what? Because she'd always wear this white like sweater. He's like, what do you mean a straight jacket? Oh, you haven't seen? She's fucking like, she wears a fucking.
I remember her for a yellow ugly sweater.
Yeah,
like
I remember that
mustard
too.
Yellow.
And this is when like, oh, you mean her? And I'm like, and I started laughing. I'm like, oh shit, you're fucked up. Cause she wear it like that.
Yeah, she'd wear it like that.
When I saw her, I tried not to laugh. Cause she was like, yeah, man, she looked
Did she
fucking
cheat
crazy.
on him or something?
No, she did some other nefarious things. She like posted nudes and then said it was. She swore it was an accident. And I was talking to one of my friends, like, how the fuck do you post nudes by accident? Did you press the photos and your fingers slip? Like, oh,
I could have cut
nudes?
I could have cut so much ass on Christian.
It's fine. Everyone's fine. But the thing is, like,
and it's mostly because of his
a lot of people would say the same thing, but they were like, he's funny. I like him for that.
So I'm gonna let him slide. But that's what I always thought in my head. I'm like,
that's fucked.
I feel like you're only going out with her because she's like the only one. Cause like I feel like if you would have saw her with a different guy, you would have made fun of her. Like you make fun of
Christian did that with literally everybody.
Yeah, I'm like, you make fun of
cool.
people.
He could ask me all the time. We were like, oh no.
Like you make.
But
fun
then we started talking,
people,
and he was like, oh, that's fine.
Or like say how dumb they are.
Or,
and then you hang out with the same people.
Exact people.
And I'm just like, cool. But I look at him like I'm gonna let it slide. But if I still,
there was some girl that we knew that him and they were cool and shit. This nigga would talk so much shit about her, make fun of how she looked, make fun of how she talked, make fun of how she dressed, and like he would call her like a troll doll. And all this other shit of like how like crispy bacon her hair looked like. I'm like, you're fucked up. Because then she'd come in and then he'd be like, oh, hey, how's it going? You know, to act like nice. I'm like, weren't you just talking shit about her like literally
it's
5 minutes ago?
That's why God gave him that lit. Because he knew he talks all that shit. But he was funny. But you still got that fucked up lit.
Don't you ever forget.
I know you got surgery for it.
That shit's
but you can still see it. Yeah, you can still see the scar.
But you funny.
His laugh, too.
Oh, it's like cackle? Didn't you make fun of him? I forgot. Someone called him a goblin once.
I don't think I would call him a goblin, but I'm pretty sure I'm like, you have a funny laugh. It was cool.
I mean, everyone would do that. They would talk shit and just be like, that's fine. What are the fads in now, then? That's dead now. See, fads nowadays, they have such a life expectancy of like...
Yeah, like memes. Like they just last for like a couple of weeks and then...
couple days.
Memes. Like the new one,
sometimes
the Patrick
hours.
one.
Yeah, it's been like...
It's kind of dead now, but I kind of like that one.
That one's good. But it'll become oversaturated once you see it on like normie ass like normies using it.
I like those memes because it's something real simple, and then you could just edit stuff over it.
Yeah, it's like an image macro, and then you.
It's not like.
It all depends on context after that point.
It's not like the caveman one because that one is like.
That one was forced.
Huh?
That one was forced. I don't like that one. Or the chicken one. That one was the worst one.
Chicken one?
The chicken one was SpongeBob. Was like,
oh, that one. Oh, that's what it was supposed to be?
Yeah. But, you know.
Yeah, all of them have, like, a very specific role. While the Patrick one, you can kind of, like, put your own little spin to it. Like, make it super niche.
Yeah, exactly.
Other ones are just more, like, copy and pasta.
What's in there?
Oh, like the Smash one. That's a new one.
What Smash one? Oh, with the Inklings.
Yeah, with the Inkling.
That's a good meme, though.
This one. This one made me kind of sad. Because I forgot Mike Ross is gone for so long. Mike Ross. That guy's never coming back.
He ain't never coming back.
He's not coming back.
But you know what is coming back?
Like, that's super niche. Like, no one's going to look at that and get it. Except, like Street Fighter players.
Yeah, you can make it. Yeah, that was pretty good. Oh, man. Fuck, we went on such a tangent. I forgot what the fuck we were actually supposed to talk about.
I guess because we're talking about Smash. That Smash port.
You're really gonna go with that?
I'm pretty sure it's not a port because you know how they showed all the silhouettes?
I'm pretty sure it's not a port.
But some people actually believe it's like a straight up port.
It'd be stupid. Yeah. Why a port now instead of what everyone really wants? Melee. People want Melee port.
They're not gonna do melee.
They're never gonna fucking do melee.
They're not gonna do melee ever again.
So why this one or brawl? They could have easily ported brawl, but no. I think it's gonna be a completely new.
It's just gonna be a new one.
But it's been how long though? A couple years.
Yeah, it deserves.
Like what? 3 years?
Isn't it a little bit more?
When did the Wii come out? It was like not a launch title, but it was almost sort of like a pseudo launch title. So yeah, like about 3-4 years maybe. Damn, it's long. And what is it? It's gonna be the people who worked on the original and Melee, Hell Labs, I think. They're gonna be doing that. So I mean, that's cool. I mean,
people are only worried that they hope that there's not 3 Smash games at Evo.
What do you mean 3?
Because right now there's always Melee and 4.
When is Evo again?
I don't remember, but now they have Evo in Japan. But people have been sick and tired of Melee.
I don't think they're gonna do the new one because it'd be way too early for it. So maybe like there's gonna be like tourneys for it, but I don't think it's gonna be Evo.
I'm pretty
People
sure.
are sick and tired, but you know, there's that fan base for that game is fucking huge.
If a new one comes out, they're gonna put it at Evo.
Did you not see that video for it that everyone? Well, there was like a supercut video of like everyone fucking freaking out.
I don't watch it.
Oh, it's okay. I'll add it.
I watched one person. I watched one reaction to it.
Which one was it? Was someone in the Smash community?
Was it Keith? Some black guy.
Was it Keith?
Who was Keith?
That one guy who made that one really popular.
Oh yeah.
Keith's a cool guy. I like that guy.
What else did I watch? Oh, Etika, whatever his name was.
Then I got freaked out.
Yeah.
I think it was played up a bitch. It was
like, man, there's a couple fucking silhouettes. Shut the fuck out. Like, the thing to me, the reason why I don't get, like, that over-exaggeration is, like, I knew that, like, Smash is gonna come out. Like, it's more like when. And, when I saw it, because I saw it live, because I watched the Nintendo Direct live, and I saw it, I was like, it's about time. Like, it's not, who's surprised? Oh my God. Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get people doing that. I'm just like, this isn't a niche game. This isn't like...
It's sort of niche. Semi-niche.
It's like
the audience
if
it
wasn't for Street Fighter, this would be the most popular game at Evo. I'm just like, it's not niche to me. Like, it definitely...
Yeah, but you or I and countless other people don't watch it. That's why it's still niche.
Oh yeah, I don't watch that shit.
Because the community is like, technically in fighting game terms, it's still small, but it's so fucking widely known. Like, people know about the game. They know about the community's existence. Like, they know that it's a very popular game. It's not a thing if, you know, they acknowledge that community or not.
Yeah, but for me, it was just like, oh, all right, cool. When is it going to come out? Oh, no. Is it like a limited season?
Yeah, 2018. Right. Which I think is way too early. Like,
they probably had a development, and since if it's from the original team, then it's not like they were working on 4.
They were probably working on it, like, maybe a couple, like, months after. Maybe
they probably have been working on it for a while.
So, like, it's been some time. I gotta pee. Man, close the door. What's wrong with you?
Close the bathroom. What?
Yeah.
You got stink fumes coming out or something?
Yeah, you just went in there. Man, you're sitting in my scarf, bro. You're mad. Have some respect.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a new game.
What were we talking about? Oh, Smash.
But hopefully with this game, they finally took out, like, Melee or something off the Evo thing.
Melee will always stay there.
I don't want to see
they'll take out...
I don't even watch them, and I'm tired of looking at their names.
They'll take out the newest one. Melee, yeah, Melee is always staying there. Melee...
Sure, just take one of them out. Or take them both out.
Nah, you high if you think that.
I'm just tired of saying those names.
Wow. No, we're gonna swipe the other one.
Oh no, it just says mood.
Calling the police. Alright, and is there anything else?
Fighting EX Slayer.
Yeah, new characters came out. Well, new characters announced.
Yeah. A little trailer.
There was Blair, Cracker Jack, Shadowgeist, the main man himself, looking hella good. And I think that's really about it. And some new stages announced, obviously. Black
Like
came out for Street
the
Fighter
desert stage.
5. We're like 49 minutes and we're talking about news now, but you know, it's okay. And I think that's it. Nothing else, I guess.
Yeah, if Brian is here, I wanted to talk to him about
Check out
Dragon Ball Z.
the fighters or the actual
No,
show?
Dragon Ball the show.
Why?
Because Goku finally went Ultra Instinct, like real Ultra Instinct.
Awakened or a full potential or
Ultra
fucking.
Instinct.
Where he's fucking Goku Blanco.
Yeah.
And Jiren.
I was gonna ask him like if you liked like what's happening, like just how. I guess it's not new, but like
wasn't that whole tournament supposed to be 47 minutes?
Yeah, but that's also a thing. He mastered that, even though Beerus still hasn't. I was gonna tell him like,
it's Goku.
Is he? Do people like that? Like people like Goku literally went through all his transformations, got his ass beat, and then he learns this new one, and it's a complete 180. Like he is just manhandling Jiren. Like do people like watching that?
Like
it's not even like, oh, now we're in the same level. Like no, now you're super weak to me. I'm pretty sure they're gonna scale it back. Like as
no, because Jiren isn't fighting at 100% yet.
Yeah, like he's gonna get to that. Like, oh, now I'm a power.
He's pulling a One Punch Man. He's pulling a Saito, basically.
But I'm just like, that's so.
I guess people want
boring
to see basically Jiren, who dominated most of the tournament, and then what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for?
Goku always got to make that comeback. Not even a comeback. It's like you always got to make that like 180.
Well, maybe there's a slight chance that he actually might lose.
I hope so.
I hope.
I hope their whole universe gets exploded.
We both know it's not gonna happen.
I know it's not. But...
Jiren, okay, if it does play out like that, Jiren will take pity. He was like, "Yo, you gave me an actual match." Blah blah.
I'll just save Goku.
I'll respect.
Sound like you care about your family or something.
Everybody gets to live.
Goku will be like, "I get to fight more." Okay.
Yeah, basically.
You know, people swear Goku's a good guy.
Goku's the fucking.
He's the worst.
He's literally the worst.
But not Goku, my hero. If I was to be anybody, I'd be
made like his 11-year-old son fight a god, or like a perfect being that had everyone's cells in him.
Nah,
but you know, he gets angry.
Nah, he's strong. I know it.
He's strong. He can do it.
Even though you didn't even.
He's more than half of his size, but you know. Watch out!
Wow. He's picture I just saw.
That's a good one. You saved that one. You use that for the thumbnail. Why do they get such a bad rep for that anyway?
Melee players are the fucking worst sometimes. Every time I hear about their community, it's always like the worst thing ever. Either they're like sending death threats to their own players because they play a specific way with a specific characters, or they're complaining.
Or if it's like the controls or controller support, or not enough support from Nintendo. Or
they don't support you guys at all.
They're entitled. And there's a reason for that.
I'm pretty sure they're a fine community, but it's just like everything that I see that gets out there is via like trolls, Reddit, or just people who don't like them. That's what gets out there. Get out.
Yeah, they're easy to poke fun of. Like, they get aggroed pretty fast. Where'd you see that?
Oh, it's the Quan. I'm pretty sure he stole this.
Where?
The top one.
See, now it's getting normie status. Once it's like hits Fortnite status of like memes. What's your stance on Fortnite now? That was another thing I was gonna ask you.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I like Fortnite. I think it's cool. I send the memes to the chat because they're bad, but I send them because I know Brian doesn't like Fortnite, so I just send them to annoy him. Like, I know a lot of people...
Is that thing still in open beta or some shit? Or beta or some shit?
It's a free game.
It's free to play? Isn't there fucking microtransactions in that shit?
Yeah, but they're cosmetic.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You know what? I believe you.
Yeah. The only thing that you pay money is for like cosmetic stuff. If you want to look like a monkey or special Asian, that's not even no.
I wasn't saying anything. I wasn't saying
You
anything.
laugh.
Oh, yeah. Why can't I laugh? It's just ridiculous.
What's funny about a monkey?
Something.
What we were talking about before, and now you laughing at monkeys.
Someone was just dressing up as a monkey.
Well, the Monkey King. Why is that funny?
I'm just saying that's funny. Why would someone? Is it like a full body suit of monkey?
Because the Chinese New Year thing.
So you have a dog.
Huh?
So you have a dog.
Well, I don't know. They have a monkey costume.
You fucked up.
It looks cool though, but I wouldn't wear it. Like it looks like a cool concept, but I wouldn't wear it. I would probably pick like a different type of costume, but I'm not trying to pay money, so.
Big facts. Big facts. All right. Well. Okay. We're like basically an hour in. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, did you read the new chapters for Jagan?
I haven't.
Oh, I read them.
That shit is still sitting there. I'm waiting comfortably.
Yeah, there's a good amount of chapters that came out.
How many came out?
There's at least like 5. No, like 6 that I read.
6 chapters in total? No, it's like fucking 12 or some shit now.
Well, I don't know where you left off, but
hold on, let me check. I'm doing this live.
There's some progression.
Progression in what way?
Like with the main character in the story, like it's not like for a bit he was.
Damn, I read this thing in 4 months.
It's not just him like fighting monsters.
I left 24, and it is now on 34. So there's 10 whole chapters now. I'm still gonna wait.
Did he join the team thing? Yeah, like where you left off.
Yeah, he was joining it, and they were fighting against something, and I think this is right when that guy transformed, or somewhere around there.
Where he transformed into that really cool like knight thing, right?
The mecha thing.
Mecha.
Yeah, well, he's like a knight. Is it a knight?
He has like a sword.
What are you talking about now?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Is this spoilers? Don't spoil this shit for me if you're being serious.
Wait,
okay. Let me talk just in case you spoil something. The last thing I saw was them all fighting as a team.
Uh-huh.
He was sniping something, and then this nigga comes up. He turns into like a robot thing. Yeah.
Is it the thing at the carnival?
The other guy. No.
Wait, I'm just saying. It's in the carnival.
No, it's the guy who was just like, hey, yo, I'm this thing. I'm like a robot man, and I believe in like justice and shit.
That?
I think it was like maybe like 2 chapters after that. Oh, it was right when that guy's getting cocked.
Who's getting cocked?
Well, I guess the act of getting cocked, not actually getting cocked.
That he has the little charm, right?
That dickhead, alien boy.
Oh, you're there.
Where he shows that sex tape of him fucking his sister. Pause.
Oh, you're there.
Yeah, it was right. That's exactly where I left off when he was watching that video, and he's like,
oh, all right, yeah.
I'm like around there.
Oh, okay, because after that it's like the carnival where they're at a carnival and someone else transforms.
I'm about.
It's not a big deal.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for at least maybe 2 chapters. But see, now that you said it, I might actually want to read it.
No, you gotta read it now because some stuff happened.
Fuck. Alright. Like, is it big stuff? Like, big stuff to the point where I should read?
Yeah, like, it's pretty big stuff.
Okay.
Like, things change.
Question. Is that guy evil?
What guy?
Robot Man.
No.
Okay. He's actually genuine, then.
He's a good guy. He believes in justice.
Shit, I thought he was going to turn evil. I thought he had some weird ulterior motive. That's what
he's one of those guys that believes in justice so much that he might do some things, cruel things to get there.
Yeah, okay.
He is a good guy. Like he does actually believe in justice. That's what his thing is. That's why he's a robot.
I haven't gone that far. I just have analyzed him enough and analyzed him enough. Does Tree Man come back? That's who I really care about. Tree Boy.
Oh no.
Yes. Fuck. That's the only character I care about because he's cool.
I don't think Jagan is up there yet.
Well, yeah, it's only been 10 chapters since I left.
But like to that level where he would like actually fight him, like be strong enough. I don't know, because like, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna read that. I've just been reading Ghetto Robo because I want to get into that. But I mean, aside from like I guess anime, I mean, I watched Digimon Try.
Why?
It's good. Well, it's sort of good. Like, if you like remember, it's like there's some fan service stuff. Like I watched it in the English dub, so it's kind of nostalgic to hear those like certain voice actors reprise their roles. So that was pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie, that's just pretty sad. I mean, no, I know you're not. But I'm trying to get into Digimon.
It was okay when I was a kid, but now if you watch Digimon, oh, you know what's coming back? Zoids.
Get the fuck out of here!
Zoids is coming back.
Since who?
They're getting a new anime. I know they're bringing back some toys.
Zoids have never really left the toy department.
I know, but like for the new one.
What new Zoids?
Huh?
What new Zoids?
Like there's gonna be a new Zoid anime.
But is it a new Zoid or is it just Zoids?
No, it's
in a new.
This is
new Zoid.
This is technically before all the other Zoids. Like you know how there was.
Wait, so it was
not
a prologue.
Yeah, prequel.
Prequel.
Yeah, so like you know how you go in a cockpit. Now you're actually like you're riding them. Like there's no cockpit.
What?
Like you're riding them.
The fuck you mean riding?
Like wind hits your face type stuff. Like they're very more.
Like
they're more like animals.
Show me a picture.
Yeah. I mean, it does have that like very. It's like new Pokemon. I guess it looks more cartoony or like new shows, but. I mean, or like new Yu-Gi-Oh! Like you know how he looks real young and.
But there are new protagonists for that show.
Yeah, is a brand new cast.
I don't remember the old cast. I guess I remember the Zoids. I remember Liger. Liger was the best.
I don't know what it's called because I look up Zoids and then it's like the.
It's either the toys or just like maybe snippets from the anime. Just type in Zoids new anime.
Every time when I write that, it puts me in New Century. New British television show? What? Let me look up Zoids 2018. Who's spamming the chat?
Oh, Fausto.
You can put his name out there? Zoids Wild. That's what it's called.
Wild? Ugh, that sounds like such a... Like it's more tailored for kids than it is maybe for them.
I think it's called Wild because, again, they're a lot more animalistic now.
Zoids. What? I spelled Zod.
I kind of like how the main Zoid looks. I kind of like how.
Is it a tiger again?
Yeah.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Oh yeah, it's a CG too.
Like full CG?
Well, I mean the other ones were too.
Ooh, yeah, that's the new one. Oh yeah. I've seen some like figures for that shit.
But you see how like he's not in a cockpit? He's like just sitting on top. You see him, right?
Fuck.
It's sort of like Horizon Zero Dawn, where you just sort of like sit on top.
Oh yeah, this is really for like a younger audience. Like you can really tell.
These are toys.
Yeah, I've seen the action figure. That shit looks actually really cool. Like the newer Zoids.
Like you see the little clear guy, and like he just that's how they are. Like you just sit there. Like they're riding a horse. Weird. It is like I'm more into like cockpits because one of the things I like of my old Zoids is like I used to take. Obviously, I would lose the little guy that's in there. So what I would end up doing is going to the 25-cent machines and buying the rubber ninjas or the crystal aliens and putting them in there. But the crystal aliens don't fit, so I would just jam them in there and close the cockpit that was clear purple, like my Game Boy. And yeah, that was a thing back then. Translucent plastic.
Those were the biggest toys back then. Yeah, this is gonna be for like young ass kids. I don't know if I like that though. I'll buy a toy. I'll buy a figure for sure. I don't know about that.
But depending on the price, I think I would just buy like one of the old Zoids. Like
those go for pretty expensive,
yeah, I know.
Depending on the line. Because those little depend. I mean, you could always recolor them, but pay for that.
I would want that blue one with the blades on the side.
Yeah, that's Liger.
Yeah, we kept losing. That was like one of the first times where I saw protagonists lose, right? Like repeatedly to the same person. I'm like, man, I suck.
Fuck, now I just want to watch Zoe's. Okay, what else came out? Or what else have I seen? Aside from that, I mean, I've been watching a lot of Black Mirror. Been trying to get back into horror movies a bit. Yeah, just Get a Robo. Trying to get back into Get a Robo. What about you, Edgar? Anything you? Oh, I mean, you were fucking bedridden.
Yeah, I was bedridden.
You were dead.
I got real sick. But if I do get into anything, I'm probably gonna watch Neverland.
You should. It's only 12 episodes.
Oh yeah, Berserk came out from the chapter which I read.
Yeah, you gotta wait again.
Yeah, but the thing is, well, it's gonna come next month, but like a big thing happened. We talked about that last time.
Yeah, we did. Just pick up something new, and then you'll forget about that. And then when it comes out with like a couple new chapters.
Well, it's not like I'm really that like, oh, I need the new chapter. I'm just like.
No, I'm just saying you could pick up something new. Jugon was that for a bit, but now you gotta wait for that shit too.
Yeah. What else is there?
To watch, or that you're thinking about watching?
No, I think I would rather read.
Or interested. That's what I'm saying. Like you could just pick up something like to read.
What?
I'm thinking about reading Toriko.
Toriko? What is that?
It's the
the guy with the blue hair
and like meat.
Why? I hear that thing is trash. I hear it turns trash towards the end because I think it was like the Bleach thing where he had to like.
Yeah, rush.
I don't know if it was the anime or the manga.
I mean, I know that I kind of like because he's like more like old school shonen where it's like big fucking muscular dudes just beating the shit out of each other, hunting these huge ass monsters. I kind of like that. And I like that he takes a lot of inspiration from like the author and the artist from like Baki the Grappler. He takes like a lot of big like inspiration. So I kind of like that. I can see that in the style. And I like some of the creatures. I'm thinking about reading it, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure yet. That or maybe getting back into One Punch Man or Mob Psycho, because I both like left those things there.
So, yeah, Mob Psycho ended. I know that.
It did?
Yeah, it ended.
Oh shit. Well then, yeah, I might read it.
Then I know the ending.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it. It's the ending we all know in our head.
I don't know the ending.
Well, I don't know. Like, I mean, when I say I know the ending, I mean like not like the villain's part, more like what happens at the end. Like the conversation that has to happen. That was set up since the beginning. With Mob.
No, you lost me. Something about his powers, maybe.
Mob and the guy, his teacher. How did I forget his name?
I forgot his name too. Shit.
Not Akira. Not Rocky. Not
something with a K.
Yeah, his sensei.
Yeah, I know.
They have to have the conversation.
I don't know.
You know how Mob hates liars?
He does?
Yes, that was said in the beginning of the show.
Since when?
Mob hates liars. Like he even says, like, he tells his master, he's like, man, you know what I hate? I hate me some liars. Man, if I knew a liar, someone lied to me, whew, I'd blow his head off. He didn't say that, but he hates liars. And we all know. Mans is a big liar. He's lied to him.
What? He's a psychic. What are you talking about? He's the most honest guy.
He used them up, essentially. But everything worked out. But point is, in the end, they have to talk.
Oh, spoilers.
Not really. We all knew it. Like that. As soon as he said that, yeah, it was in my head, I'm like, that's gonna be the ending, or at least like
something
a big part where like things change. But
you lied? What? No, I never lied to you, Mom.
I'm 20 years old now. I think you lying to me. Me? Nah. Alright, maybe just.
I've been there since day one. Why would I lie to you? You want it?
Yeah, basically. Like, yeah, he lied to you, but he's literally been there since day one. He's your day one nigga. Even though he's lied. Come on. Your entire life.
Come on.
And the only reason why he's your day one nigga is because he wanted to use you.
Come on. So yeah, it's either that or One Punch Man, getting back into that. But I'm not sure yet. But first I'm gonna finish watching Get a Robo. Reading that shit. Maybe getting back into Kamen Rider, but I feel like that shit's going to trash.
Where's One Punch Man? I'm already caught up with that thing.
You are? The fuck?
Yeah, I actually didn't go out and read the manga again. I did. There's a specific YouTuber who like he takes the manga and just adds music and transitions, but he does a really good job.
I know what you're talking about. I kind of want. I was thinking about downloading one of those apps just so I can like read it like literally like what's the word like you're just reading exactly one panel by one panel where it's like focused on that one panel. So because I hate seeing an entire spread and then I'm like, oh, I kind of saw something I wanted to see the build up to it, but now it's just there. But yeah, I did that for like I think one or two mangas just because I wanted to see that.
Yeah, I know One Punch Man just because he puts.
One of my favorites when they do music. Like pseudo AMVs where like they do like for Baka the Grappling they do like X person fights X person. It's like exactly like that, like focused panels of like some music, and I'm like, oh, this music is actually good. Did he put the music in the description? Oh, he did. Okay, cool. I'm actually
this guy does that too. He puts the music in the description on that kind of shit.
And I'm like, huh, this actually goes.
And there's some pretty nice transition effects. Like, I don't know how he does it, but like, let's say this is one panel and it has like a character here. I don't know, some smoke puffs. He like edits it in, so first you see the smoke puffs, and then he does little stuff like that. But that's how I caught up with One Punch Man. Like it's basically up to the Garo part.
Oh. Well, I mean.
But I know that part is real long, so.
I'll get into one of those eventually. But I mean, I guess that's it for us. It's been 2 weeks since we last recorded. Nick is obviously he is not here obviously today with us. He's
If Nick was here, he would have slept you before we even recorded. You were talking reckless.
Shut up. So it's probably gonna be like what, another 2 weeks until we record again.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna have 2 uploads.
Double upload.
Yeah, because I got real sick, so I didn't get to edit it because I literally was like bedridden.
On the brink of death.
I didn't use my phone, even though I saw the chat, and I was just like, I tried, but it hurt my eyes, and I just didn't want to do anything. I literally stayed in bed and did nothing for a couple of days. So double upload.
Hey, to all 3 of you who care. I'm pretty sure one of you is a bot, so 2 of you that care. I mean, aside from that, hopefully we don't. I don't get too distracted from playing either Monster Hunter with the fellas or I'm drawing. So I mean, hopefully I can get the shit out and we'll have a double upload on Sunday or some shit.
No, I'll probably upload this one maybe tomorrow or Wednesday.
Just do it as soon as possible, so then that way I can give you this file and I'll edit it, and then we have this also the same episode sometime this week as well. And who knows, maybe new content soon that aside from us just rambling. All right, bye.
Yeah.